It's Friday today, right? It's Friday? It feels like Monday. It's like the Mondayest Friday ever. But happy Friday. We are excited to have you here tonight. It's Friday night with beef. We're hanging out in the kitchen. We've got cool appetizers tonight because we know you are getting into the holiday season, right? Where maybe you're going to do some family meals and family celebrations. So we wanted to give you some fun appetizers. I will tell you, when Tammy from the Colorado Beef Council and I were talking through appetizers, it was like a barrage of text messages back and forth with, oh, I'm hungry for this. Oh, I'm hungry for that. So everything we picked tonight was something we were hungry for. So that is a good thing. But hey, happy Friday. Welcome in, Chef Jason, working with the Colorado Beef Council. Be sure to check in, say hi, tell us where you are watching from, and we will get ready to show you some amazing stuff. As always, Miss Annie is working the camera skills tonight, so she's excited because this is our dinner tonight, right, babe? Mm-hmm. Appetizer night. So we're gonna have, what do they call, tapas? Yes, we're having beef.
Not topless. Tapas.
Human resources will call you later. Yeah, we're doing beef tapas in the. We're gonna watch a movie and enjoy some appetizers. So that'll be awesome. Let me walk you through kind of real quick what we're doing here. Check this out. We're gonna start you off with some Italian beef meatball sandwich rolls.
Yum.
Right?
Those look great.
I saw that one and was like, yeah, absolutely. We have to do that. Then we're moving into Mexican beef sopes. Fun
Sweet.
little masa pancakes or little masa bites. Then we're going to finish it with bite-sized, sweet and spicy beef ribs, right? So we took some chuck short ribs, or chuck beef ribs, sorry, country-style beef ribs, cut them down. We've got those guys in the oven, but we did a few things today ahead of time because I've been scrambling since about 3:30, getting all three appetizers set and ready to go. So we did a couple things ahead of time to make it fun and exciting. So be sure to ask questions. Any questions before we go?
No questions.
Who do we need to say hi to?
Oh my goodness, so many people.
All right, I love it.
All right. Deborah Williams Board is watching. Rick Spencer, Kelly Melton says hello from the Twin Cities, Ralston Valley Beef.
Wait, go back. Twin Cities? Twin Cities where?
Yeah.
I'm from Minnetonka.
Kelly Melton says from the Twin Cities.
I love it. Hi, Kelly. In the Twin Cities, I grew up in Minnetonka, lived out in Rogers for a while. I miss the cities. Good. Ralston Valley Beef, hello, sir. Good to see you.
Kelly Lombard. Whoops.
I love it.
Hold on. Deborah Williams Bort watching from Littleton.
Littleton, beautiful.
Don Burrett and Wendy Allnut are watching. Aaron. Hi, Aaron. He wants to know what's the square root of beef.
Aaron.
Oh, Orenbaugh.
Oh, Aaron, you know what? Enough with your questions, okay? Mr. Aaron started a black market cocoa bomb business. So, all right, guys.
Wait. Kelly says she's in Ham Lake.
Oh, cool. Ham Lake. I love Ham Lake. All right, you guys, let's get started. So, we're gonna start off with the beef rolls, right?
Julie, I didn't forget you. Hello.
Julie, who?
Moore.
Hi, Julie Moore. Good to see you. I saw Julie's
And Carrie White.
today.
And that's all we can do right now because now you got to talk.
I gotta talk. Well, I always talk. But. So yes, this is fun. I'm super excited. All the recipes came from beefiswhatsfordinner.com. We're gonna have all the recipes posted for you at cobeef.com, and then you can head up to the cooking tab and you can grab all of today's recipes and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be we're pretty excited. These, I'll tell you what, these meatball sandwich rolls.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your gloves.
No, the meatball sandwich rolls.
Yeah, everything smells delicious.
They were the hit. All right, so I'm just using a store-bought pizza dough, and I just went with a classic, you guys. I didn't go with the thick pizza dough because we want these guys to bake off nice, come out good, and I don't want to wrestle with too thick a pizza dough. So I just went with a nice pizzeria-style pizza dough, a little bit thinner across, not too thick. So get this guy set here. Unwrapped. Now, we're going to cut these guys into discs. Maybe about 2.5 inch. Let me move everything over here, babe, so I can get all my mise en place in the same spot here.
You need this?
I'm going to show them the beef because that's that sausage. Yeah, bring it over. Yep, that's the sausage we made ahead of time. I wanted to show them that. And then, here we go. We've got all this cool stuff. So we started off with this great, and I'll tell you what, we've had this for breakfast before. I made it into little sausage patties. This is beef sausage. So we've got fennel in there, a bunch of different seasonings. We made the beef sausage ahead of time because that's one of the key ingredients. Stop eating that sausage. I need that, Ann.
Is it?
Oh, man.
cooked?
Yeah, it's cooked. All right, because we needed it like this, right? Because one of the things we did was, let me move this recipe. All right, so we took the sausage when it was done. We added egg to it. We added panko breadcrumbs. You can use fine breadcrumbs as well. And we wanted to get this kind of set and a little bit packable, right? Because one of the things we did was took a little cherry, ciliegine. These are ciliegini. These are ciliegini. Yes, that's how the Italians say it. And I hope if the Loritas are watching, I said it right. This is a little cherry mozzarella ball. So we are going to take our beef mixture. Come on over here, Ben. And we pack this down, right?
Somebody says your mic isn't on.
My mic is on.
Thanks, Don. We'll get that fixed. Double check that. Mic check, mic check. All right, we'll keep saying hello to people.
My mic is definitely on.
Okay.
So turn up your volume, folks. Turn up your volume. We are set to go.
We'll say hi to Carrie and Rick Spencer, Don Burrett,
Hey, Don Burrett.
Connie
Hi,
Kresak,
Carrie. Hey, everyone. Good to see you.
Luke Arnold.
Happy Friday, Mr.
We'll just
Luke
keep
Arnold.
going since we lost some ground there.
We got it.
All right, back in business.
Back in business here. All right. So what we do is take that beef, and you guys look at my sous chef is down here tonight, hanging out. But look at this. We take the beef and we pack it around the mozzarella ball
Oh,
like
that
so.
looks so good.
So what we've basically done is made a mozzarella cheese stuffed meatball.
Yum.
Right? So now that we're done, up here, yep. Now that we're done, we'll take this. This goes in the oven about 24 to 27 minutes. And then when you're done, you come out with this beautiful little partially baked meatball, right? But the sausage was cooked anyway, so we are fully cooked. Now what I'm going to do is...
Can I eat one?
Yes, ma'am. If you don't have ring molds, which, you don't have to. Not everybody does. That's fine. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to take a little pinch bowl, they call these, and I'm going to just trim around this guy lightly. It might be a little big, but that's okay. We'll cut some of this off. So we'll cut our dough ball like so. We're going to take our egg, crack that guy a little bit.
One-handed.
You what?
One-handed.
Every time I do that, every time, dude. That is what Johnson & Wales Culinary School did for the big guy. All right, a little bit of water in here. Would you mind grabbing me that silicone brush in between sausage quality control? All right, I have a silicone brush right here. We are set to go. All right, you guys. So, take that little pizza ball like this. Okay. Then we're gonna add the meatball in the middle.
Yum.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Then come on over. We're just gonna roll this guy over like so. And if we notice we have a little bit too much, I will. I'll just pinch that off on the bottom or cut that off. Not a huge deal. All right. So now we have it like that. But I'm gonna leave that cool top up top or facing up so that we have this finished. Then grab a sheet pan here. My extra sheet pan, bud. All right, we're gonna go right here. So then we will get a little bit of oil in the bottom of our pan just to help it not stick, right? And we'll get that set like so. Da-da-da-da-da, right? And then pizza dough ball like that. Then the best part here. Lightly, we're just gonna hit it lightly with a little bit of egg wash. And then, remember you said we had a lot of Parmesan in the fridge? I'm using some of it up right now.
Great.
And there you have it, just like that.
Yum.
So we'll do one more of these guys here. We're gonna bake off 2 of them. The recipe will make 12 of these. That's the beauty of this recipe. So again, it's cool because, when it comes to like entertaining, I always figure too, I'm gonna do probably what, 1.5 a person, do you think?
2.
You think 2? Okay. So that's kind of the conversation we have when we're entertaining is someone in this house is known for making excessive amounts of food, and someone in this house is also known as the voice of reason. I am not known as the voice of reason. So when we entertain, we talk a lot about quantity planning just to make sure we don't have an excessive amount. Because, if you're doing these 3 appetizers tonight, you can easily get away with
2 pieces per
2
person.
pieces a person, yep. Because think about it, we have 3 appetizers, and you're gonna have dinner, and then we have, maybe dessert and some other things and appetizers. So I'll do 3 sets of 2 for a total of 6 appetizers, right? All right, so we'll let this guy sit because we're gonna bake that off at the end, and then we're gonna serve it with I just serve it on a plate with some marinara. And this is just a standard marinara sauce, something fun to dip it in. You know what, let's go ahead and put these in so we can get a little drool division going on here. Any questions, babe? Anyone that we need to say hello to still?
Let me back up. Rick Spencer can hear.
All right, awesome, Rick, thank you.
Gretchen Archambault, Shane Wesley,
Nice.
Billy Banks,
Thanks.
Katie Schultz, Peter Rowan.
Love it, very nice, guys.
Come on, peeps, ask some questions.
Good to see you. So we'll get some of this cleaned up here real quick. We're going to move into the Mexican soaps, which is going to be our next fun little adventure.
Is it soaps or sopes?
Soap. I call them soaps. I don't know. I will ask one of my buddies tomorrow because we had a discussion today about doing some videos in Spanish. Just dangerous enough speaking Spanish that I think we could pull it off. So I want to make sure we are saying that correctly. Could be sopes too. So, all right, we've got our pan here. This is going to be the cooking part of this. Now, one of the things we use was masa, right? And you can use masica. That is one of the ingredients we use in making the soaps. Very cool because we made a little dough out of this, right? And it smells absolutely fantastic. So
yum.
I like using masa because it's so robust. So whether I use it in green chilies or whether I use it in sopas, I enjoy it. It's got a really nice flavor, very hearty. And we're going to do this here, bud. A little bit of flour, and preferably more on the table than my black chef's dough. All right, then we kneaded this. So we made this dough earlier, and we kneaded it for about 5 minutes. And hey, Oliver, you're missing a snack there, pal. There you go. All right, so if you can see that. You see how you can kind of push your finger in it?
Yeah.
It's nice and pliable, and it doesn't fall apart. If you push your finger in it and it starts to crumble, we've got a couple of issues going on, right? It's too dry, and we need to just add a little bit of water to it. What I'll do ahead of time is I'll push this out as much as I can with my hand just to kind of make it thin. And I broke that dough into 2. Right? And I was going to rolling pin it, but I'll tell you what, I think this came out just fine, like so. All right, let's get this pan heated up. We're going to heat that up. We'll add our oil, and I'm just using a vegetable oil.
That looks like what?
We're at about
Third of a cup?
Yeah, we're doing about 2/3 of a cup. You want just enough to fill the entire pan on the bottom, just because we're going to do like a nice little shallow front, okay? So, here's what I do. Continue to push that out. Now, while that is going, we're going to turn that on here. This is a fun, I'll tell you, this is a fun little dish, too.
Just
You
showing
got that
them
there?
how.
Hello, Arthur Flagg. Good to see you, sir.
Hi, Jody. Hi, Dottie. Thanks for joining.
So, here we go. Check this out, Ann. We had some leftover pot roast, right, which works out great. You can use shredded beef. We had pot roast, which is fine. We're going to use that as the topping for the sopas, right? Then check this out. Here's our seasoning, and we've got cumin, chili powder, all that good stuff in here. A little bit of salt as well. So we're going to add some of that seasoning. I'll add a little bit, and we'll reserve a little bit just to make sure we don't have too much. All right? Then, a little bit of fresh lime, just to give it a nice flavor. Get that all set. And again, the cool part of this, hey, adjust it as much or as little as you want. If you are, you love a little bit more citrus, do a little bit more orange. Like fresh orange juice. I was so, the oranges look just amazing at the grocery store today. And I'm being careful to make sure I'm not getting the seeds in there. All right. So we'll go ahead and add all of that in there. We're going to get that all set and ready to cook. And we're just going to do it over medium heat. Leave it nice and easy. Now, here's something else that's kind of fun. We did some fresh tomatoes, but I'll tell you what's fun. Pickled jalapenos. So we got some beautiful pickled jalapeno. Well, you got to get out of there, buddy. We did some beautiful pickled jalapenos we got. And we're just going to cut these, and I'm actually going to put one on top. So the recipe says you can mix it in there, but I think we're going to slice it and put one on top because I just feel like that seems better, right? Doesn't that, like, flavor-wise, taste better to you?
Sure.
You sure?
I am. I'm sure.
All right, then you get a nice little punch on the top of jalapeno. You're not following me, are you?
I'm
She's like, I'm done. You call me. I'm done with jalapenos. All right, got our plate ready because we're gonna need to garnish these.
we gotta dirty another dish.
You know, I went with paper disposable today, so check this out. So we're just letting that heat up, right? We'll toss that a little bit, get that all stirred in. Let me grab a spoon real quick. And we're just lightly heating that. We don't want to cook it. We don't want to overcook it because it's already been cooked once. So we're basically just trying to render any of that fat out and get that fluid again, and then get this all seasoned.
On medium, right?
Yeah.
Oops, I caught your oops there.
Did you catch my?
I didn't mean to, but I did.
Time. All right, yeah, we're just doing it on medium heat. And I promise, dear, I will clean the stove back up. Here's your chef's tip, too. If you don't want your spoon handle to get hot, if you're going to leave it in there, put it over the handle of your spoon, above the handle, because then when the heat comes up, it doesn't heat your spoon up. All right.
And if it's wooden, it doesn't catch it on fire.
Seriously, you catch a spoon on fire once, just once. All right, a couple of ways you can do this. You can cut these, like I'm going to do, or you can use a disc ring mold and cut them that way as well. I'm just going to cut them with my knife, just so we can kind of get these going. And again, we're just using that leftover pot roast. We made this dough ahead of time just so it was nice and ready to go. The cool part of this dough as well takes on flavor really, really nice. You want to put a little bit of bacon fat in here. Absolutely, that will come out just like perfect. But we'll cut these guys like that. And then what we're going to do is carefully lower them in there, like that. And we're just trying to lightly kind of pan fry these guys, babe, not too heavy. And then always, when you put stuff in the oil, let it fall in away from you so that if it splashes, it's not coming on you, it's going away from you. We're just going to go real quick. You know, we're not going to go too much. We're a couple minutes aside. We want these to be lightly fried, yet exceptionally flavorful. Ooh, like a commercial. You can see how they're starting to puff up just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that heat down just a tiny, tiny bit to get those ready. And then the pizza dough balls that we have the pizza balls that we have in the oven, we're talking about a 10 to 12 minute bake at 400 degrees. So we look like we're doing pretty good. I just want to make sure that we're not burning them, you know, or they're not getting too crazy. And there we are. Our beef is done. You can see it's nice and hot. We are set to go. And then carefully, come on over here. Let's grab a flip. I know you're grabbing a beverage. All right, carefully. Look at that.
Ooh.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, very nice.
And again, you want to throw a little black pepper in here. Get some added flavor. You could do cilantro in these, but you just need to be careful that make sure your cilantro is chopped and rinsed and wring it out very, very well, because you don't want to carry any of that moisture into this oil. But I'll tell you, you definitely can enhance these things quite nicely. What do you think of that?
That looks really good.
Isn't that good? Well, I hope so, dear. Surprise, it's dinner. All right, let me grab a bigger plate here. Any questions we need to field? Anybody got anything they're looking forward to getting answered today?
Nope.
All right, so let's get those guys going here. What do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So 6 for me and 4 for you.
Okay. Cut these jalapenos up here, and I won't cut them all because I know you don't want any. And then, look at this. You know what that is, your favorite Mexican cheese. Cotija. So we're going to put a little cotija on the top as well. Then we're going to kick it up even more. We've got some refried black beans.
Yum.
So we'll put those on there as a fun little accoutrement. All right. So, plate is here. Let's go ahead and pull these. Oh, they smell amazing too. Go ahead and pull these guys off real quick. We'll get these guys all set, and then we're going to show you how we build them, because that's half the fun of it as well.
So will that grease strain off?
Yeah, you know what? I have it on just onto the cutting board, so for the most part, it'll fall off onto the board. Watch out, this is hot. Get this out of our way here. Get that set. All right, so let these guys kind of drain just a little bit. If you're, and Annie brings up a good point, if you're worried about any of that oil or any of that fat, you could totally put them on paper towel as well. Let that absorb. But I wanted it just to kind of come off the surface, and then the rest of it to absorb a little bit. So, all right, babe, come on in. So, look at that. A little bit of refried black bean. And I'm actually pushing that down because I want the beef to be able to sit on the top of these and not fall off too much, right? Too much, he says. So, we'll get it set. right.
Hey, Arthur Flagg. Bob Cabrera, Sharon Schultz are watching.
Very nice. I like it.
Joanne Mills Belk is watching.
Very
Marianne
cool.
Reiser, Kim Swartz, Carla Booth, Jerry
Reiser
Bills,
or
Elvira
Reisner?
Trujillo.
R-I-S-N-E-R?
I don't know. Don't make me go back. Reiser.
Maybe Dalton Reiser? Family? I don't know.
Tima McIntosh.
There we go. All right.
Lots of people.
I like it. So, just quick and simple like that. And now you can make a nice little platter of these for your friends and family. And I'll tell you what, guys, I like to do the final garnish on the platter. That way, if I spill, honestly, it looks kind of like that functional garnish. It's kind of like you intended it to be that way, so I don't have to necessarily stress out too much if I spill. Now, as you can see in here, we've got some liquid in that. I'm going to take and use a spoon because I want some of that liquid to carry over onto the soaps.
You do?
I do, yeah, just a little bit. We've got some of the acid out of the tomatoes. We've got a little bit of lemon juice.
So it won't make the base soggy?
No, we did fry those guys off pretty nice, so I feel like they're in a good place right now. You could easily garnish this. Can you see that? Okay, am I blocking you at all?
No.
You can see this. Garnish this with cilantro if you'd like. That works out really, really easy and flavorful as well. Careful that if you do the camera at that angle, it flips the screen. See, everybody's like, "What's going on with the screen?" All right. What do you think of that, dear? Are
Looks
we
good. Yeah.
Then you can do Jason's. Jason. You said I get 4, you get the remaining. And I counted wrong.
I won't.
There's 9.
Oh.
So,
Whoops.
all right, a little bit of cotija.
Or a lot bit.
You like it, I like it. And be careful too with cotija because it's got a nice salt finish, so you don't want to get too crazy with the salt. Go ahead and get in close on that so everybody can see it. And we are set. I like that a lot. That turned out pretty good.
And it smells good too.
Tell us what you guys think. Leave us a note in the comments. What do you think? Are you into that? Is that something you definitely could serve to your friends and family for a little appetizer? We're going to put it over here.
You better push those chairs in.
Yeah, I know. Get away from the dogs. All right. Let's see what we got here, bud. Here's the pizza rolls.
Ooh.
They look nice, right?
They do.
And I'm just like, see the dough looks still a little pale.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to put them back in. I want to make sure these guys are finished.
Will you
off.
leave it at the 400?
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at 400. We're probably going to go for another few minutes. Probably another 5. I think what we'll do is, while we do the prep for the beef rib bites, we get that finished off. So, all right, let's take a couple questions, babe. If anybody has questions while I get cleaned up here real quick. Anybody has questions, now is your time.
Let's
We have to
see.
take clean the cutting board break.
Deborah Bort says it looks yummy. Kim Swartz says looks yummy.
Love it.
Arthur Flagg says nicely done. Rick Spencer wants to know how they hold up when you bite into them. I'll let you know in just a minute.
Which the soaps or the pizza bites?
I don't know. Which ones, Rick?
Yeah, that's a good question. They'll hold up just fine. What you want to be careful on, you guys, when you're doing the pizza balls, is making sure just let your guests know. That's what?
Nothing.
You got that?
We have 100 cutting boards, so I wonder why
I know,
we're washing
I need
one.
this big one for what I need.
Ralston Valley Beef wants to know if salsa goes with it or would it conflict with the sausage?
No, salsa on the if salsa goes what with the tomato ball, the pizza balls?
With the sausage part, the one that's made with the sausage?
Yeah, I wouldn't use salsa. That's more of a. We've got some Italian-inspired herbs in that sausage with the fennel and garlic and stuff like that. So I would definitely do marinara. And we've got Parmesan, we've got mozzarella. So we kind of take that Italian twist, if you will. So
Okay, so Rick wants to know about biting into the sopes, and he also then wants to see a cross-section when they're done.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like it. On the sopas?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. The sopas should be fine. It's going to be a 1 or 2 bite appetizer. We made them nice.
No, I'm sorry, on the pizza
balls.
The balls, yeah.
Pizza balls, just be careful and warn your guests when those things come out. Let them cool for a couple minutes because you do have a little bit of fat in there. You have a little bit of mozzarella in there. Warn your guests, hey, those are hot. They just came out of the oven, all right? So that's definitely, Rick brings up a really, really good point. You want to make sure your guests are safe and you're not going too crazy. So, all right, so here's what we're going to do next. Now, this is a good one. What time are we at? 6:25. Okay, let's pull this out and take a sneak peek. This guy's been in the oven now for about 2 hours, right? And these are those beautiful sweetened.
There was your cookie sheet you were looking for.
Yeah, I know. Let's get this open. If anybody's ever wondering how I can grab hot things like that, I don't have feeling in my hands. That right there
Yum.
is what I'm talking about. So that's the final one. That's the bite-sized sweet and spicy beef rib bites. Just a beautiful. Oh yeah, these are done too. Perfect. They sat in there. So I'm gonna let them sit like this because the cool thing about this, the recipe says, if you want, you can go ahead and strain them out and then cook that liquid down. But I'll tell you, this braising liquid is fine. I'm actually gonna let it cool and let that stick to it so they come out really, really nice. But those I'm excited for. Those have been on my drool list. All right, could you hand me the, or actually you scoot this way, take a picture of those. I'll grab the chuck out of the fridge. Hey, Chuck. Charles Chuck. All right. So here's the country style beef ribs. This is coming out of the chuck, right, in that shoulder. Just a nice looking country style beef rib. Beautiful marbling. I left some of that fat on there because, man, it worked. So this is 2.5 pounds. That's what the recipe calls for.
Is that 2.5 pounds?
Well, yes, after it's rendered, yeah. I'm sorry, this is 2 pounds because I bought 2.5 pounds and trimmed it so I could end up with 2. So the recipe calls for 1.5 to 2 pounds. So this came in right at 2. Now, here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna add all of our ingredients to the pot. So we've got mirin, which is a beautiful Japanese sweet cooking wine. We've got sweet chili sauce, which, I mean, sweet chili sauce goes with everything, right? Don't you think?
Mm-hmm, I love it.
All right, we've got brown sugar. And I went with dark. You can use dark or light. Amber agave. What's mine, babe?
That bowl's not dirty.
Amber agave. Babe, they have liquids in them. Seriously.
Seriously.
You. Like, tonight of all nights. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're now hiring for a camera person, if anybody is interested in some fun summertime work. A little bit of water. All right, so let's go back through our ingredients here, right? We had a cup of mirin. We had that half cup of sweet chili garlic sauce. We had a half cup of water, brown sugar, agave. We're going to add some fresh ginger right now. And I use you were good, Ben.
Okay.
You're in my space. I use squeeze tube garlic. I absolutely love it. And ginger, we're using the squeeze tube ginger tonight. It just comes out so much better. We're going to add a couple tablespoons of soy. Add more if you want to add more. Totally works out fine. All right. And then a little bit of fresh lime juice. I'll grab my lime from over here. Just a little bit of fresh lime juice. All right, like so. And that's it. Now, here's what we're doing. We're going to move the recipe and the beef so
And
you don't
the-
catch
and the
anything
wooden
else.
cutting board.
And the wooden cutting board. Yeah, if you notice, this cutting board has some road rash from cooking adventures gone horribly bad. All right, so we're going to bring that to a boil now. Then, in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to go through and cut these ribs into about 2-inch chunks, okay, like so. Just some nice little rib pieces like that. We don't want them to disintegrate into nothing when we're braising them in the oven, because basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring this to a boil. When it comes to a boil, we're gonna add the beef to it, and then we're gonna bring that back to a boil, and then it goes into the oven for 1.5 to 2 hours. So the cool part is, I know I keep saying the cool part. The fun part of this one is put it in and let it finish right around the time your guests are coming in or getting ready to eat. And it's kind of that almost set it and forget it. You could, do the prep at, you're eating at 5 o'clock, start it at 2:30 or 3, pop it in the oven, and it'll be ready at 5 or 5:30 when you are ready. So that's nice because it requires a little bit less maintenance. So we'll get that stirred up. We'll get my whisk, which is over here. All right. So we're just going to give that a whisk. I'm just trying to get that ginger broken up a little bit. And again, we're going to bring that to a boil. We're going to add the beef, and then we'll bring the beef to a boil as well. All right? Easy, easy, easy. Okay? So we'll let that go. In the meantime, let's move that beef over. A quick wash my hands. We're going to grab pizza out of the oven.
Oh yeah.
Because Rick wants that cross section, and I can't say I blame him. Looking for that cross section himself. All right. Grab my towel. Right here. All right. So, go ahead and grab this guy. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Exactly what it needed. Remember we said we were just going to leave it for a couple minutes. We don't want the Parmesan to burn. We definitely are not looking for burned Parmesan cheese. We want that gratinaire, that nice brown color. And we'll let them sit for just a second. Done. We'll come over here. And I'm going to grab a serrated knife. Just be careful with that time. All right. Oh my! Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Oh, it looks so good.
there is your Rick. There's your cross section, sir. Absolutely fantastic. I love that. And to be honest, if depending on how fast you're eating, you could even serve them. You know, if you're doing one like that, maybe you cut one and serve it open, like that. And now you've got a fun little display. Maybe you give this for and appetizers, but this is great for movie night, right? Babe, it's super hot. It just came out of the oven.
Oh.
So hold on, you get this. This is all you. All right, so there you go. That's that guy. We'll add this next to the soaps. And then, now, so we're at a boil, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. Carefully add the beef. Keep in mind, if you notice one thing in here, you notice we haven't seasoned this. Right? We haven't added any salt. We haven't added any pepper. That mirin is going to have a lot of salt and sugar. That soy sauce is going to have a little bit of salt as well. And then as this further cooks and reduces in the oven, we're going to have even more concentration of seasoning. So we just want to be careful and cautious that we're not going overboard. My sous chef's down here. I'm not sure. I think he's just
waiting.
He
got a haircut today.
He did get a haircut. He's waiting for anything that could possibly fall onto the ground. All right, let me grab a spoon in here, babe. So I'm going to grab one of my silicone spats. We'll move this guy out of the way. Need a bigger kitchen here.
Oh.
If you're a realtor, please give us a holler. I'm just kidding. All right, so we'll just set that guy in there. We're just letting it sit for a minute. You can see where it's starting to cook.
Careful.
So, I know, it's starting to cook.
I know.
All right, now check it out. Let's go to the finish because this is where all the magic happens right here. Look at that.
Oh, those look so good.
So I'll take these guys out. Like that. You can serve these with a little bit of toothpicks. Serve it with some pickled slaw, some pickled cabbage. There's so many good things you could serve this with. Like I said, too, reduce that liquid down more and you get just a beautiful, beautiful barbecue sauce. Dude,
Good.
those are absolutely amazing. So that's how they finish out. Now, sorry. So once this comes to a boil like it is, go ahead and cover it with foil like I did. And let me squeeze in here. Shut your flame off. Cover it with foil. And now we are going in the oven for 1.5 to 2 hours. 1.5 is going to be a little bit more firm. The 2 hour mark, you're going to find this comes out a little bit softer and a little bit more shredded. So that's kind of that braising, if you will. But that's it, you guys. Super painless, I think. Like I said, I did a little bit of prep ahead of time just to kind of facilitate all of this, but easy and fun recipes. We tried to make recipes that weren't too out of the ordinary. Yeah, he's looking for something. So don't forget, today you can find all these recipes. Go to cobeef.com. Up top there's a tab called Cooking. You can click on that tab, grab today's recipes. This is week number 17 for us, 18, babe?
Something like that.
This is week number 17. So cobeef.com Cooking is the tab. You have 17 weeks worth of recipes. That is pretty crazy. We've been doing this for quite a while and having a blast. Next month, it is all about prime rib. I am super excited. It is, the recipe we're doing next week is, I didn't copy that. I didn't copy the sandwich part in here, or the prime rib part. We're going to talk all about prime rib. We're going to do a very classic prime rib with a really nice red onion kind of reduction sauce. It's going to be amazing. Definitely prime rib is such a good holiday seasonal dish. We're going to show you bone in, boneless. We're going to show you how to trim the bones, how to get it seasoned, how to give it a sear, and do all that kind of fun stuff as well. As always, you guys, a big, huge thanks to all of our Colorado ranchers and producers. We so appreciate everything you do to keep us fed, right? To keep beef in our fridges, in our freezers, in our bellies, on our tables, and help us feed our families. We appreciate that very much. So the next time you are driving out in the country and you make a wrong turn and you happen to be by some cattle, stop, look, and appreciate what they do to provide us with an amazing food product. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm Chef Jason Morse for the Colorado Beef Council. We will see you coming up in December. It is prime rib time. We are going to close the year with something absolutely fantastic. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We will see you next month.